and my wolf pack, it grew by 1. So were there there were two of us in the wolf pack. I was alone first in the pack, and then Doug joined in later.
Alrighty, here we go. Recap video day, but you know what we got to start out with? It's Wolfpack Nation. Woo! Ha! Alright, here we go. So we got, this is our recap video of the games this weekend. Everyone should have seen the games by now, at least know what the scores are. So, but first, before we get into that, you know we got to do our random Lions fact. So since we're talking playoffs today, let's go into the Lions playoffs. How many playoffs? So I got this up here. Lions have made the playoffs. They have gone to 17 playoff games since 1934 when they started in the NFL. 17 playoff games, right? And since 1957, they've only won one of them. So to put that in perspective, the New England Patriots have gone to, I think I counted it was like 40, something like that. They've gone to 17 since 2004. So it took the Lions, what, 70 some years to get to 17 playoff games. New England's done it in 6 or 7, something like that. So that's pretty sad. So, and put it another way to look at it is, whoever wins the Super Bowl this year will have won more playoff games this year than the Lions have in 50. So, without further ado, it's been me all this time, but no one cares about me. We got the other side of the Wolfpack on the phone here. Say what's up, Sean.
Mr. What's up, Wolfpack Nation?
Wolfpack.
First time joining the pack here. Good to be on the show.
Yeah, got the other half. It's not just me. I told you guys there was another half of this. So, Sean, what was the biggest? What do you think the biggest surprise was of the wildcard games last weekend?
Well, to tell you the truth, all around a pretty good weekend of football. Most of the games were entertaining. Even the Chargers-Bengals game was a pretty good first half.
That's true. Bengals were up at halftime.
Yeah, the Bengals pretty much imploded on the second half, so I'd say that was probably the most disappointing game. The 3 other games were all really exciting. Of course, you had a close game with the Packers and 49ers, another really close game with the Eagles and Saints, and not close in the first half at all, but the Colts with the miraculous Colts comeback to edge the Chiefs 45-44. I enjoyed all the games. I felt bad for Kansas City, honestly, considering they blew it like that.
Yeah.
But the game I probably enjoyed the most was 49ers, Packers, Lambeau Field, cold environment. 2 teams that are pretty familiar with each other,
yep.
Have a lot of playoff history, and pretty much I think that game was the most entertaining for me.
Think so? Yeah. For me, it was the Saints game, just because the Saints, to me, you know, they're my second favorite team. So if the Lions aren't going to make it, it's good to see the Saints win. And, you know, of course, the fun fact, if you didn't watch the game itself, that was the Saints' first road playoff game they've ever won. So that was pretty sweet to see. And, you know, as dominant as Philly's been at home, that was actually pretty surprising. But, you know, we talked about it that morning. We both picked the Saints to win, but really, you know, to be honest, I really said it with my heart. My head was like, no, there's no way they're going to win. So I thought, to me, that was the biggest surprise of the game, is to seeing New Orleans go into Philly and beat them. That was pretty good.
I like the overall matchups this past weekend. If you look at all the teams that played, I think the teams were all paired up, you know, for the best games. So
yeah.
I thought the matchups were good. Chargers, a little surprising to me against that Bengals defense. And probably the most glaring thing for the Bengals was that they only scored 10 points, but they only scored in the second quarter.
That's true.
So,
and really, if you guys watched my video yesterday about the Lions coaching search, I want Jay Gruden. You know, I don't think that you can go just based on that. You know, that game yesterday was pretty disappointing offensively. It actually, surprisingly and kind of disappointingly, you know, mirrored the Lions season all year. I think they had 450 yards of total offense, in that game, but, they mustered 10 points. Andy Dalton turned the ball over 3 times. So, it's scary. It mirrored the Lions. That's pretty much how the Lions season went. Ton of yards, ton of turnovers. But I still think Jay Gruden's the guy to come to Detroit and fix Stafford. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I think you're right on that. Hey, let me back up just 1 second. I wanted to throw in a playoff fact. Since you started with your Lions fact there about the playoffs, here's a Bengals fact for you. The Bengals now have the 6th longest streak of playoff futility in the NFL history, stretching all the way back to the 1990 season.
Hey.
They've lost their playoff opener 3 years straight, even.
Yeah.
That matches the league record. So Bengals have their playoff woes also.
And the best part is, the Lions have even won since the Bengals have. How sad is that?
That's pretty sad.
Because their one playoff win was 1991. So
maybe Bengal fans should go ahead and jump on the Lion bandwagon there.
Why not? What is there not to like about the Lions? Like I said, we've had 10 head coaches since I've been born, so what's not to like there? That must be that they're doing something right.
If I go back to one of our previous conversations, I think you called it when the Bengals drafted Dalton. You said they can outwin with a ginger quarterback.
Hey.
That pretty much sums it up.
Exactly. Who has ever won with a ginger quarterback? No one. There's a reason for that. Gingers have no souls. Put it lightly. That's about it. That's to be nice. They have no souls, so it's not Dalton's fault.
No offense to gingers out there. No offense to gingers. As long as you're not playing quarterback, you shouldn't take offense to that.
Exactly. I know. My brother-in-law's a ginger. He's cool. I just don't trust him with my gold. That's about it. So,
that's about it.
So yeah, we basically, we went over all 4 games. They were, which was awesome. I mean, all three of the 4 games were close in the fourth quarter, whether it was a game-winning field goal or a game-winning stop. So,
Kyle, let me interject here. So, who is your overall player of the weekend?
Ooh, good question. I mean, I think the obvious answer would be Andrew Luck. Coming back from 28 points down in the third quarter. I mean, that's the obvious answer, but that's too easy. I think the player of the weekend, it would have to be Colin Kaepernick. I mean, the way he was able to come out there as a California player. I mean, yeah, he's from Wisconsin, but being from San Francisco and going no sleeves, showing that, hey, and if you watch my first video, I think that was stupid, but hey, it worked for him. But the way he was able to run on Green Bay, not that Green Bay is a great defense or anything, but he's still a pretty young player. He's only had, I think they said, 26 starts in the NFL, so I think that my player of the weekend was Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, I pretty much feel the same way. Kaepernick going no sleeves in Lambeau. He did wear one glove on the
That's true. You can't have your non-throwing hand get cold. That's a deal breaker.
And basically doing what he did to Green Bay before, through the air and really tearing their hearts out with his legs. They couldn't stop his scrambling ability.
Yep.
Michael Crabtree, shout out to him in that game. 8 catches, 125 yards.
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me? Crabtree? That's, I totally forgot about that. That's equal part Kaepernick. There was a few of those throws that weren't even close, and it was like playing a video game. Those balls just seemed to just stick to his hands. That was pretty. He definitely had the game of the weekend. I forgot about Crabtree. But let's real quickly. What's the game you're looking forward to the most this weekend in the divisional round?
Let's see. Going through the matchups quickly, we've got San Diego at Denver, Indy at New England, New Orleans at Seattle, San Fran at Carolina. Man, lots of good matchups here.
A lot of good rematches, actually.
What's that?
I said there's a lot of good rematches.
Yeah, and to be honest, looking at it on paper right now, it looks like the visiting teams are going to have a hard time.
Yeah.
Obviously, the home teams are the favorites, so that's the easy pick.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going road team upset, I'd probably have to go San Fran over Carolina. Carolina's got an awesome defense, just like San Francisco.
Yep.
I think that should be a low-scoring game. You've got 2 quarterbacks that can beat you with the arm and the legs. But I think San Fran might go into Carolina and upset them. I'm looking forward to see that. A lot of smash mouth football in that game.
Yeah.
What about you, Kyle?
That's a good pick, especially you got San Francisco's got the playoff experience. You know, Cam Newton's obviously never been there. You know, their other big star, Luke Kuechly, obviously has never been there. Ron Rivera's never been there as a head coach. So I think San Francisco's got the leg up in experience, but being at home, you know, in San Francisco having to travel the East Coast again is going to be tough. But I think that San Diego-Denver matchup is going to be pretty good. You know,
San Diego-Denver. San Diego's a team that gives Denver a lot of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know, if Denver was matched up against somebody else like Indy, I think they'd be probably more confident going into this game, knowing San Diego's beat them. That's got to be in the back of their mind.
And the way they beat them.
Yeah, San Diego could go in there and beat them again.
You know what?
But right now,
mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm not going with the upset pick there.
No.
I'm definitely sticking with Denver on that one.
Watch on Friday. You'll get our picks on Friday. We're not going to give them away today, but
yeah,
but I'm actually
that's your one freebie. Go ahead and take it to Vegas.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards San Diego just because, you know, I'm not going to take Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. I'm never going to take Matt Ryan in the playoffs, and I'm not going to take Peyton Manning in the playoffs. You have a losing record in the playoffs. I'm not going to pick you. You know, everyone can talk about how great Peyton Manning is. His playoff record speaks for itself. I don't have it up, but I know it's a losing record. That's pretty sad for the guy that's supposed to be the best quarterback to ever play the game. But we're getting a little long here. But real quick, who do you think's going to win tonight in the BCS game? You got Auburn or Florida State?
Florida State, ACC.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I forgot to tell everyone. Not only is Sean a Redskins fan and having to deal with that, he is also a Virginia Cavalier fan, the powerhouse Cavs. So if you guys want to send, if you want to send him any condolences, you know, just send it to our Facebook. I'll make sure that he gets it. You know, I have a suicide hotline. You know, being a Lions fan is pretty rough, but at least I'm a Michigan fan too. If I had to watch Virginia on Saturday and the Skins on Sunday, I'd have a suicide hotline as well. So.
And don't forget, I am a transplant Michigan fan, and
that's true.
I gave them my kiss of death this year as well. So
yep. So if you could
just stick to the ACC.
If you could please stop rooting for my teams, that would be greatly appreciated because you're killing me.
You're killing me. If you want to lose, let me know. I'll take care of it for you.
All right, man. It's nice getting you on here.
All right. Let's do it again.
All right, man. Remember, we got to do a little sign off here. So, everybody, have fun. Go Lions and
go Skins.
Go Skins, baby. All right, guys. Catch you later.